What's happening, fam? Sinista Productions back again, and today I'm bringing you a simple unboxing and overview of the contents of what you will receive if you choose to get one of these Radiolink Romeo Charlie 6 Golf Sierra Victor 2. That's the version 2 of the RC6GS 2.4 gigahertz transmitter for your RC needs. So before we get into the beef of this video, I just want to say thanks again to everyone who subscribed to the channel. I'm going to talk a little bit about this, plus the current giveaway we're doing, and also another giveaway possibly in the future. So fam, without any further ado, you know how we do it. Let's roll that intro footage.
Sinista Productions. Sinista Productions.
What's up, fam? Thanks for coming back, and we're back again to give you this review and subtle unboxing of the Radiolink RC6GS version 2. This is a 2.4 gigahertz 6-channel radio transmitter for your RC needs. But before we get into that, I do want to say thank you again, and also, if you don't know, we're running a current giveaway on a full set of H-Tech Customs all aluminum 3-piece beadlock wheels, plus a set of 1.9-inch Pitbull tires for your RC needs. If you haven't seen that video yet, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hey, it behooves you to do so. So sub up to the channel, check the card that's just popped up now so you can get in on this giveaway. As an addendum, this is only available to those in the continental United States, to include Alaska, Hawaii, and our good friends up north in Canada. So if you live in one of those countries, hey, you're in to win. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, comment with a specific comment on the H-Tech giveaway video, which features the 2021 Ford Traxxas Bronco, and you can win. Okay, fam, I just want to say thanks to my friends over at Radiolink. They were kind enough to provide this transmitter for me to do an unboxing and review on. And today we're going to do a review just on the contents. And in future videos, we're going to do some tests. We're not going to go over and how to install the receiver, because this does come with a receiver already pre-bound from the factory. So you don't have to worry about binding to this particular controller. You just pop it in your RC and go. We'll go over a few of the different settings and things of that nature. But in this video, it's purely an overview of what you receive in the box. So let's crack open the box and see what we got inside from Radiolink. All right, fam, back again. I hope this is in focus. I'm using a different camera for this particular shot so we can get some close in on what's in the box. So here's a quick overview of what the box looks like. Again, this is a 2.4 gigahertz version 2 of the RC6GS. And this has a 67-channel hopping feature that allows it to jump between all those channels so you can get the best possible reception. In addition, the estimated purported range is about 600 meters. Now, this is straight shot range with no obstacles, or where your vehicle will operate at its optimal level without any interference unless there is some in the area. So let's go ahead and pop the box and see what the transmitter looks like and how everything is packaged. Okay, so we can see right now everything's in a nice foam encasing, very dense foam, so your transmitter is perfectly protected inside of the box. Beautiful. We'll slide everything out. Okay, so we'll put the box to the side for now. You get a Radiolink instruction manual thing, but I would advise you to go to one of these QR codes, which is on the back, so you can download the most recent version of the manual. But you have your instruction manual right here for the RC6GS version 2. We'll put this to the side. All right, we have a lanyard, or a nerd strap as some people call it, but this comes in handy. Trust me, you can call me a nerd all you want to, but when I'm out there running my rig by myself and I don't want to sit my transmitter on the ground, hey, it's strapped around my neck. You also get, this is a XT60 connector with the telemetry on it. So if you want to get telemetry from your battery, from the receiver, it already comes with an adapter. Now, if you're running XT90s, you'll have to make your own, but it's very simple. It's just a matter of soldering up your negative and positive wires along with the telemetry connector, which goes into the receiver. In addition, we've got the Romeo 7 Foxtrot Golf receiver. This is a 7-channel receiver. And again, this comes pre-bound to the transmitter, so you don't have to worry about doing any binding of your own. It is to note that these antenna here must be at 90-degree angles from themselves, but I'll show you proper placement of your antennas so that you get the optimal range out of the transmitter. And here's the beef of the package. Let's take the transmitter out. Okay, and here's our transmitter right here. All gray plastic, feels good in hand. The grip feels comfortable. I don't see or foresee any fatigue happening from this grip from long bashing or running sessions. Trigger travel feels pretty good. I'd have to get used to it because it's not, the transmitter that I'm used to using, but overall it feels good in hand. We've got nice foam on the steering wheel. Steering wheel feels good and solid. It is not loose at all. So on the back here, or on the left side of the transmitter, we have our on-off button right here, and we have a port with I believe this is a micro USB, so if you need to update this transmitter, you can plug this into the computer of your choice and do any firmware updates that are necessary. Also around the throttle, you have all your trim switches as well as programmable 3-way switches here and here. So they're 3-way. Do all your programming. You have auxiliary switches plus another programmable switch here on the grip. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn on the transmitter. And right off the bat, we're presented with a nice, bright, backlit screen. Gives us a few details right off the bat. Of course, it tells us this is the Romeo Charlie 6 Golf Sierra 2.4 gigahertz 6-channel Radiolink version 2. It also gives us the Model 1, which is going to be the name of the particular RC that you're running at the time. And it also gives us the current voltage that we're... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and run through the menu system. And in order to get into the menu system, you have to press both. And that's why it says here, press both the enter and the exit and the enter key. It does make a difference which one first. At the same time, hold those down. And now we're presented with the menu, and you can see we have everything here listed, pretty much self-explanatory. So the first menu item is language. You can change your language, so we'll hit the increase button. You can change your model. So if you go into that, we have selectable up to 10 different models you can change on this transmitter. So up to 10, and then you just select which model you want for that particular vehicle, hit enter, and again, model 1 is selected. Okay, so let's move on further in the menu system. So after model, we have the endpoint adjustment. Here you can adjust your endpoints, pretty self-explanatory. You have your steering exponential, steering speed, and throttle exponential, and throttle speed. Next up, we have ABS, and that is for your four-wheel drive vehicle. So if you're running a four-wheel drive and want to access the ABS functions of the transmitter receiver, you'll do it in this menu option. We also have the acceleration, and the acceleration is for your throttle acceleration. We'll enter that real quick, and you can have how fast your response is, whether moving forward or braking, the response that you get out of the throttle input on the transmitter. Going back, we also have the next item, which is idle up, and this is for your gas vehicles. So you can set the idle speed when you cut on the vehicle. This is for all you gas runners out there. We also have our sub trims in this menu, and under sub trim, we have the sub trims for steering, the throttle, channels 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you want to change your sub trim on any one of those channels, boom, this is where you do it at. Next up, of course, we have our reverse functions. We also have our DR. And DR is for our dual rates. Number 14 is our ATL, and that's for the braking response. And 15 and 16 are our PMix channels, and that is where you can do your channel mixing between various channels. So you have two options for that. 17, of course, auxiliary channel, pretty self-explanatory. 18 is the name, and you can change between which models you have. So right now the system is either model 1 through model 10, but you can change the actual name of those. So you can change it to say your Outcast, so on and so forth, or even your Mojave. You can change the name here so you just don't have model 1, model 2. Just exit out of that. Next up, we have our alarm, and this is where you can set parameters such as your voltage alarm, so on and so forth. So this gives you an audible announcement when your transmitter voltage or your receiver voltage or external voltage is below a certain setting, and you can change that here. Next up, we have our gyro. Of course, that is going to be for your stabilization, so you can set your gyros based off of your vehicle if you choose to here. So our FS is for the fail-safe. The ID seed function, which is number 22, that basically means you can designate a subsidiary ID between many different binding receivers. And then last but not least, we have a factory reset, which of course changes and takes anything you've done with this transmitter and sends it back to the factory setting as you received it. And again, to get back to the main screen, you just hit exit. And it takes us back to the main screen. And any changes you've made, such as in this case, if you change your model name to the particular model that you're running, it'll show up here at this point. Let's take a quick look at the actual receiver. And this again is the Romeo 7 Foxtrot Golf version 1.2 7-channel receiver. And this is exactly how it looks. You have two antennae coming out of the receiver, and again, in a future video I will show you the proper placement of that, but for note, these should be at 90-degree angles, so you could have one, this is just for visual. You could have them like this, one straight up and then 90 degrees from the other, and you don't want to have any obstacles in the way, any type of metal or carbon fiber pieces, because that will interfere with the signal. So here you go. It's a pretty small form factor. You can put this pretty much anywhere in any receiver box or out on its own if you want to. And this is a 7-channel receiver for the Radiolink. And again, this is already pre-bound to the radio when you receive it. Now, if you buy this separately from the radio, you'll have to bind these two together. But if you buy this in one package, in which I have this package, these two are bound together. No worries. All right, fam, that was just an unboxing and overview of a few features of the Romeo Charlie 6 Golf Sierra V2. That's the RC6GS V2 transmitter from Radiolink. This is a 2.4 6-channel transmitter. Comes stocked and chocked with everything you'll need to successfully run your rig. Again, you'll need 6 AA batteries, which I've installed, or you can use a 2 to 4S LiPo to power the transmitter. But overall, fam, I think this is a great transmitter. It has a very bright screen. I'll turn that on again. You won't be able to see it too well in this shot probably, but it has a very bright screen. And it has a menu system that's pretty simple, laid out easily. I haven't used it to update or change anything yet, but I'm going to change a few names when I put this into the vehicle that I choose to run it with. Hey, I like it. So far, I like it. You get everything you need in one box. You get the transmitter, you get the receiver, you also get an adapter, which is a XT60 adapter where you can get the telemetry from your battery, standard. So fam, thanks a lot for showing up. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate you checking out the review. And but if you like what you've seen thus far, we will be giving one of these away shortly. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. And that's going to be absolutely free, folks. But you have to be subscribed to the channel. So again, I want to say thanks to my friends over at Radiolink for providing me with this test unit. Plus, I have another unit that I'm going to be giving away. Like I said before, stay tuned. And as always, do you, be you, and stay true. I am Jay of Sinista Productions, exiting stage left.
Sinista Productions.
Get on me!